Welcome back to the React Room. I'm your boy Dom K. Back in here solo dolo again today. Got another good one for you today. But before I get into that, which that video is gonna be every 2024 BTS song ranked by Boracity and you. I'm curious on that video. I'm gonna get into that in a second, but I'm just curious about that video. I'm gonna tell you why. And I want to thank you guys. Yesterday, boy, we posted a long BTS guide. It was like 2 hours and 20 minutes, and the reaction ended up being like 2 hours and 45. We got a great response to it. I was scared of that video, but I see that the BTSARMY, they came in, was like, bro, we're not scared of no long videos. We do this. I was like, okay, cool, but I try to get all of the information that people request. And look, if you requested something, and I know people write a lot, just keep writing, just keep requesting. It's just so many videos, there's so many requests. You guys know we just crossed over 8,100 subscribers. So you can imagine we get hundreds and thousands of requests, and I try my best. I swear I try my best to get to all of them, because like, it's a lot of these videos I don't look up. It's recommended through the channel and my team. They go through the notes and things, and like I said, I try to hit the comments as much as I can, but it's a little difficult, but like, we try to go. Thank you guys for yesterday. It was a lot of views. Like I said, we're slowly getting back. We're almost getting back to where we were a couple of months ago, and that's great. But like I said, I'm grateful for 500 or 100 people even just tuning in to watch. So thank you guys. I appreciate you and love you guys. This video today, every 2024 song in BTS, I was like, yo, with a catalog so deep, and I'm like, yo, I keep finding all of these songs every day. It's like 5 or 6 new songs that I'm hearing. I'm like, yo, how many songs do these guys actually have? And I know this is Googleable information, but I kind of want to look on my own. But when I seen this video come across one of the recommendations, someone was like, yo, you should look at Bora's new video. It's not too long ago. It was like every 2024 BTS song. And I was like, okay, most artists put out like, what? Even if they put out an album, that'd be like 15, 20 songs, and they might do 5 or 6 features. So maybe what, 20, 30 songs? And I was like, well let's just find out, because I don't really know. Because I'm usually thinking about a great artist who puts out an album with features will probably have their album in about 5 to 10 songs. So I'm guessing maybe 30 songs. So we'll see, man. I'm gonna get into it, but I'm just curious, man, because I just keep getting to these guys' catalog, and it's just getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Oh, and I got a special video for you guys. I'm either gonna drop it next Saturday or next Sunday. I got a special video for you guys, and I can only drop it on the weekends. I'm not gonna drop 2 and 3 hour videos, but on the weekends where I know people have time. I try to be cautious to people having work and other things. So I try to keep the videos at least 1 hour and 30 and under, just because, you know, I don't want to be time consuming you guys day 24/7. But I got a special, now it's going to be like, it's a full review, but it's going to be, it was like, I actually shot it yesterday, but it's going to take time to edit and upload and all of that. But I got something special for you guys next Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to keep you posted. But it's a really good video, and it's classic, and it's gonna take a long time, but you're gonna see next week. But we're gonna get into every 2024 song from BTS, ranked by me and you. I'm curious to see what this is about.
BTS being in the rest from group activities. And although most of this time the BTS members were in the military, that did not stop them from pre-recording a lot of content. So these are the 57 songs the BTS members released in 2024.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't just read that. 57 songs? Wait a minute. 57 songs? They didn't release an album. All right, let's say they did release an album. That's almost double what I was. Bro, how much content do these guys release? 57 songs in 2024? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little confused. We 16 seconds into the video. 57 songs?
As I've done in 2022 and 2023, I'm only including the songs released from January 1st to December 31st. So re-release songs like Closer Than This and Whatever You Are will not be included. I already ranked those in the 2023 video. I also won't include instrumentals. As always, I'm giving a disclaimer. This is just my personal opinion based on the music genres I like. And if you don't like the idea of ranking and rating BTS content, it's okay to skip this video. Also,
Okay. That's crazy that you gotta post a video these days and you always gotta put a disclaimer for every little thing, man. Like you gotta put a disclaimer for people like, oh, I don't like the fact that you're ranking BTS songs. They're all great. Or I don't like the fact that you didn't rank this song. Like, yo, man, I just gotta say this. While I appreciate all the love, but this type of stuff, man, get your own channel and then say that. All you gotta do is create your own channel. And I don't mean this disrespectful. I'm saying this with love. If you don't like her opinions, or you don't like my opinions, or you don't like other reactors' opinions, why don't you just, instead of saying negative stuff or asking for positive feedback, why don't you just get your own channel and post what your thoughts are? Why do you have to come to a channel? Because I know why she said, she probably just like tired of getting attacked. It's just like, yo, I get it. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, and I welcome opinions. But if you're only gonna be negative without positive feedback, just create your own thing and then say, I don't believe you should be doing this. Like, it's crazy that you can't even have an opinion these days without being attacked. And I know that's why they're disclaiming. That's why she said, please skip the video. Now, that's crazy. But it's not crazy that people would do it. It's just crazy to me that, I'm not saying that people are crazy. I'm saying if you don't like it, why watch it? And if you do watch it and disagree with it, just say, yo, I don't think you should watch. Like, I don't know, man. I think that's kind of weird that people on the internet love just to be negative about everything. If I disagree with her opinion, I'm gonna just say, yo, I disagree, but you know.
Also, stay to the end of the video for the results of your picks for the best BTS songs of 2024. So these are the names of the tiers I created for my list. At the bottom tier, we have the songs that I would skip. These are just not for me. Above it, we have the okay tier. These are the songs that I believe are made for a genre-focused playlist, so I would not skip them. Above this tier, we have the underrated songs. These are the songs that I consider really good, but that deserved a little more hype. Above this, we have the instant classics. These are the songs every ARMY should know, and they usually took one listen for me to love them. Finally, the highest tier is Bora Heaven. These are the songs that are just perfection. They go directly to my list of best BTS songs ever. I would recommend them to any new fan, and I believe they should go down in music history. So let's start with the first song released in 2024. The original version of Whatever You Are was released in 2023, but the remixes were released in 2024, so we are counting them. Being completely honest, when I read the title Lullaby, I expected something else. I expected a new instrumental, not the slowdown version of a song that already kind of feels like a lullaby. So unfortunately, I would skip this version. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. This is such a creative idea to release multiple versions of a song. In this remix, we have the original instrumental of Whatever You Are with some guided meditation by Umi. This was actually very relaxing, and I'm surprised that I haven't seen other artists doing this type of remixes. I believe this is the definition of a song perfect for a genre-focused playlist. Just for now, I'm over pretending. Friends is the first official BTS release of the year, and it was an amazing surprise because it sounded very different from V's usual style. Layover and his previous songs are more jazzy, while Friends is more upbeat and brighter. Combine this new musical adventure with the beautiful and fun music video, we get, in my opinion, an instant classic. When I watched the music video for the first time, and when I listened to specifically the last verse in which Taehyung goes all crazy with his vocals, at that moment, I knew this would become one of Taehyung's most popular songs. Next, we have the remixes. Maybe controversially, I'm putting Friends Sped Up in the okay tier. I'm not the type of person who listens to sped up versions of songs, but some songs really do work well when they are faster than normal. So I don't think I would skip this version if it came on shuffle. However, I don't have the same reaction with the slowed down version. This slowed down version of Friends is too slow for me. V's voice is already low and deep, so the slowed down version makes it kind of comical. That is why I would skip this version. Next we have JHope's release of Hope on the Street Volume 1. I know a lot of ARMYs love the original version of On the Street by JHope with Jungkook, but personally, I prefer the solo version. I love JHope's new verses, and now I can see a little clearer what JHope was trying to express with the song. In my opinion, On the Street makes more sense within the context of the album, but I do like both versions. In the 2023 tier list, I rated On the Street as an instant classic, and for this list, I'm also rating this version as an instant classic. Right now, it's, oh my God. Maybe I'm biased, but if a BTS member is collaborating with a BTS member, the chances of the song being a masterpiece are very high. So I believe I Wonder belongs to the Bora Heaven tier. I just love how funky this and the next song of the album are. I love the stylistic use of autotune, and I love that Jungkook was part of the song. I do believe that having only one verse, the pre-chorus, and then the chorus was an interesting choice. It makes me wonder what a longer version of this song with more verses would sound like. But despite being a short song, it's definitely one of my favorites of the year. Just like I Wonder, it took one listen for me to consider Lock on Lock one of my favorite JHope songs ever. This song reminded me of Daft Punk, which makes sense because Nile Rodgers also played the guitar for Get Lucky, and I just think this genre is perfect for JHope. I hope we get more songs like I Wonder and Lock on Lock in Hope on the Street Volume 2, because he shines a lot in this style. Lock on Lock belongs in Bora Heaven. Jin and JHope's voices work well together, so I love when they both sing the chorus at the same time. The chorus is catchy and JHope's verse is my absolute favorite. No matter the genre or style of song, he always manages to be the most dynamic rapper he can be. JHope's house songs tend to have EDM influences, but honestly, I prefer this calmer side of the house genre. So in my mind, I Don't Know is a BTS instant classic. I feel like since the original version of What If, released in 2022, is so iconic and engraved in every ARMY's minds, this dance mix was not as celebrated as the other new songs from the Hope on the Street album. But it's not a bad version, and most importantly, it's not a lazy remix. It has a new verse by a featured artist. But the truth is I could see those visions in my sky. The instrumental has some changes that it makes it more danceable, and overall, this new version fits perfectly in this album. For these reasons, I consider What If Dance Mix underrated. I'm usually not the biggest fan of songs with a lot of featured artists that are not BTS, but Gecko and Yoonmire brought interesting dynamics to the table. I like the chorus, and I know I'm biased, but JHope's verse is my favorite, and I love that it opens the song. Sometimes I do wonder if I'm in the mood to listen to a song that in my mind is kind of sentimental, and that I also know it has long sections of no BTS members. But then I listen to the catchy chorus and JHope's verse and remember that this is the type of song I consider an anthem. So this anthem is an instant classic for me. This alternative version of Whatever You Are is the closest to the original, but it has nature sounds throughout the song. And this is because this version was done in partnership with the United Nations initiative Nature, which raises money for conservation efforts. So I believe this version is perfect for a genre-focused playlist, especially on a playlist for studying, trying to focus, or relax.
So far, a lot of these songs are like remixes and other type of like nature playlists and rock and jazzy. I don't know. Like for me, I listen to some of those type of songs, but I don't really listen to a lot of those. You can't get mad at her, man, because look, one thing about her, she tells you the truth. At least she says she's biased. Me personally, I'm a little different. I like the collaborations because you know why? If you only, and this is what the world has to understand, and this is just coming from we all have differences of opinion. Yes, you can lock in on the ARMY, and yes, you can only do BTS songs and BTS, but that's why I think a lot of the world is somewhat, and I'm not saying everybody, I'm just saying it's a strong population that people feel like their fan base hypes them up so much to where you can't even listen to the music and have an opinion without them telling you something. And it's like, I just feel like they're already the biggest group in the world. But if they can be known as the best group of all time, one day maybe, but you have to work with other people at times. And every time they work with someone, the first thing you can't say that, oh, I wish they just did it with BTS, or I wish they wouldn't have put them on the remix, or I wish they wouldn't have put them on the version. This is a part of the music game that you have to realize when you're dealing with a group like this that the majority doesn't speak perfect English. You have to understand it. It's good to work with other people. Like, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of features that these guys do, it opens them up. They already got the biggest fan base, in my opinion, but it opens them up to that collaborations fan base. Like, I'll just give you a couple of examples. You know how many people love Lotto, love her, even though BTS and Jungkook is 10 times bigger than her. It's a small segment of people who just love Lotto. And when they heard that song, they love Jungkook. And I know people, I'll be like, yo, I love Jungkook. I love that song. Like, I love his voice. RM with Megan and Never Play. But it's all of the Megan Stallion fans love BTS. I'll give you another example. Nicki. I talked to a lot of Nicki Minaj fans. And they was like, yo, I don't really know BTS, but I love the Idol remix. I think those guys have great sound. I'm just saying they don't need it, but it helps. Think about it. If they got 60% of the fans in the world, and then they can get 3 here, and 2 more here, and 1.5 more here, and still 2 here, and still 3 there, it's gonna make them just even bigger. Not that they need it, but it's just better for music that everybody gets to hear the music. I would think as fans, you have the right to have your opinion, but you don't have to be negative about it, because I just feel as though these guys have worked so hard, they deserve to be heard by everybody. And I would hate for people to be deterred away because how they feel like, they either feel like, people, if they're not gonna wanna listen, they're not gonna wanna listen anyway. You can't change someone who got a closed mind. Like, just take me for instance, I have a very open mind. And someone played for me Dynamite, and I'm like, oh, someone played for me Standing Next to You remix. I'm like, oh, I got an open mind, and look at me now. Look at what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, imagine if you eased up a little bit and supported the collabs a little bit more and embrace it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Some collabs, I understand why y'all mad. Because I'm not gonna lie. Someone was like, you should listen to that what was that song? I really like it. I don't even know what it's on the other review that I did, but I'll tell you about that later. But I liked it, but I was just like, yeah, you could have left them off of there. But I get it, man. I'm just saying, let's open the world to this, man. Come on.
When I listened to Come Back to Me for the first time, I knew this was about to become one of my favorite songs of the year by any artist, not just BTS. And I want to highlight that this is kind of rare coming from me because this genre of music is not my favorite, but I know a masterpiece when I'm listening to it. And this is a masterpiece. 6 minutes and 29 seconds feel like nothing when I'm listening to this song.
I forgot the hour. I don't wanna know about the hour.
It's not just the storytelling, which is amazing. It's the range of emotions what makes this song addicting. I never skip this song. I listen to Come Back to Me when I'm happy and when I'm sad. I listen to Come Back to Me knowing that it will make me speechless and at the same time make me want to sing the full lyrics every single time. And I feel the same way about the radio edit. What I love about the shorter radio edit of Come Back to Me is the iconic blending of verses at the end of the song. That part doesn't exist in the full version, but it also sounds so beautiful. Sometimes I wish there was an even larger version with this section as well, which would be crazy because it would be like 8 minutes, but I wouldn't complain. Both versions belong on the Bora Heaven tier. I'm not the biggest fan of EDM or DJ music, but I've heard some EDM remixes that just ruin the original song. And in this case, I don't believe this remix ruined the song. I would even say it's a good EDM remix. It's well done, it's not off-putting, and the new chorus is very catchy. I would include it in a genre-focused playlist. Now let's really talk about RM's album Right Place, Wrong Person, starting with the intro Right People, Wrong Place. I feel like some people listen to abstract intros or outros and feel intimidated by how different the structure is. But I love this intro type of song. I don't care if there's little lyrics and no chorus. Listen to the instrumental and experience the song. Immerse yourself into the album. People, Wrong Place is a song that I love and I think it deserves a lot more hype. It's one of the most interesting, layered, and creative intros I've heard. And I love the combination of echoes, vocal loops, and a hypnotizing instrumental.
Beg you, baby, please, for I will wish you a true happiness. Dang.
The bass that opens the song.
I like that. That sounds pretty good.
The iconic lines from the first verse.
Yeah, pro rider, rider.
The catchy chorus.
That's called Nuts.
This right place
Gotta go check that
The
out.
electric guitar that comes after. The abrupt change into a darker and more aggressive sentiment. Every section of this song tells a story that I consider belongs to Bora Heaven. You either get it or you don't. But to me, this song is perfection.
I'm just a pack of a cigarette. I'ma burn down the love and the hate.
I love the way in which many songs of this album, and this song specifically, are able to blend different music genres while still following a cohesive story. And I love how this song specifically captures that effort. Out of Love starts with a calm instrumental, but the lyrics and emotions feel like they belong on a hardcore rock song. This song is somehow both soft and angry, and it all makes sense. This is a type of experimental music I love. Out of Love is an instant classic for me.
Yeah, I'm out town with a bullshit. Get the fuck down, motherfucker, with a bullshit. No more goofing around, I won't cool shit.
You either get it or you don't. I don't understand how anyone can think of the Modachi as anything less than a masterpiece, but humans do have different music tastes, I guess. Again, I've noticed that this album creates very different reactions to different people because it's more experimental and it's not just one genre that people can either like or dislike. But this is my list and I do consider the Modachi to be perfect. The way the song builds from a quiet instrumental at the beginning. The angry verses with an electric guitar.
All suckers wanna get it, take a sip, Johnny boy, I'm out of shit. All the suckers wanna hit it.
The hypnotizing, out of the norm chorus. The change of beat when Little Sims starts her part.
Free soul, better come with it.
Look, step in the place and yo, go figure.
To the repetition of the chorus again and again until there's nothing left. To me, this is an instant Bora heaven.
Really?
It would have been better if I didn't know you.
Question Mark Interlude is very jazzy and kind of messy, and I like it a lot for that. This song creates a
I think I heard that song on a radio before. Not radio, I think I heard it on a playlist, that Little Sims song. A lot of these songs, like 90% of these songs I haven't heard. But that little Sims or whatever her name was song, I heard that it was on somebody's playlist one day and I played it and I was like, maybe I gotta listen to it a couple times, because when I listened to it, I was like, man, RM did his thing on there. I was like, who is this other person? It was like Little Sims or something. I was like, I was like, I don't really get it. I don't really get it. But I'm gonna have to look. If she got an instant classic, a Bora Heaven, I'm gonna have to go check it out. But my initial thoughts to that was like, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, look, I know I'm being hypocritical because I'm saying, I was talking about collabing with other people, but I was like, man, I was thinking in my head, bro, JHope would have been perfect for that. So that's just me though. I thought JHope could have did something with that track and like took it to another level. That's what I was thinking when I heard her verse, but I don't know. Everybody's opinion.
Position in the album, and I believe that is why it can make the audience feel out of place for a second. But it is a very cool song that I wish people didn't just consider an interlude track. I believe this song is underrated.
Yo, 세상에 재수 없는 세계가 많아. 어쩌라고 뭐 같은 길이나 가라.
Compared to the more experimental songs of the album, Growing feels more familiar to the other RM songs from his past discography, as well as BTS's. So the comfortable and familiar sound with RM's dynamic rap style and his use of iconic, memorable lyrics
Get your ass out of truck. You walk like a dog. Get your ass out of truck.
makes this song go to Bora heaven.
My heart. 'Cause you ain't inside it.
Maybe this is where a lot of armies will disagree with me, because out of all these lower songs, this one is one of the most streamed ones, second only to Come Back to Me. I do love this song, but I prefer the more surprising, shocking, and out of the ordinary songs. This is not exactly acoustic, which is my least favorite style, but it's still very calm to my taste. Still, I can appreciate how amazing this song is. I love the lyricism, and I like that this is not just a simple song with good lyrics. No, there are layers and interesting production and singing choices. For those reasons, I believe Heaven is an instant classic.
Hold up. Damn, now thank you, don't worry.
I believe Lost was the perfect choice for the title track of the album. It's dynamic, risky, and experimental, while also having a more common, familiar song structure. Lost has a catchy chorus,
Never been a club before I hit the club.
a fun instrumental,
Tell it underground, pick it up, throw it in the trunk. Tell it underground, pick it up, throw it in the trunk.
and a relatable message. And I'm not talking about music videos, but the music video is one of my favorites ever. In my opinion, Lost is an instant classic.
If it's right, if it's wrong, then I'll tell you. Only time will sort it out.
When it comes to alternative rock, R&B, and ballads, I prefer the big songs with a lot of emotion and surprises rather than the simple ones. For that reason, Around the World in a Day is one of my favorite songs of the album. It starts small with just a simple guitar and soft vocals,
Look around.
then it becomes more and more unique with some kind of voice effect,
If it's about to sun, only time will sort it out.
then it builds and builds until everything just explodes.
Look around, jump around like I live that road. Motherfuckers in the crowd, let my whip that through.
That is just the first half of the song. Around the World in a Day keeps building and building. There are emotion after emotion, and I totally love this style of song. Around the World in a Day is, to my surprise, the song with less streams of the album, but I don't care. I do believe it belongs to Bora Heaven.
When the credits roll, do you hang tight?
Credit roll serves as some kind of outro for the album, and it has a very simple instrumental because the focus is the question being asked in the lyrics. The album is about to end. Will you remember and reflect about what RM just said, or will you just go off to life?
Do you stay inside or go to life?
Whatever your answer is, RM is thankful for your time.
I'm so grateful for everyone's time.
Such a simple and short song, but it made the entire project more impactful. I consider Credit Roll extremely underrated.
The dark you were the light that led me to you.
Never Let Go is the only Jungkook song released in 2024, and it was very special because he released it for FESTA. This song is pure EDM pop, which is not the regular genre for a FESTA song, so I feel like a lot of ARMYs were surprised and expecting something different. However, if you put it next to songs like Please Don't Change, it's not that big of a surprise. It's not uncommon for Jungkook to release this genre, and most importantly, this is not a bad song. I believe Never Let Go is underrated. Now, we enter Jimin's Muse era.
I love you, baby. Like a guy can know you gay.
Esmeralda Garden Marching Band is the pre-release song of Jimin's second solo album, Muse. And I feel like this song had a similar effect on listeners as Never Let Go. Some people were expecting Jimin's glamorous and ethereal pop, but this song is more sweet and fun. But again, forget about the context and your personal expectations. This is a great song. Maybe controversially, I would say this is one of the best songs part of Jimin's discography. Yes, it's different compared to what he usually does, but it's good. Jimin feels comfortable and relaxed while singing the song. The rap feels natural. The instrumental is fun. And the overall song is catchy. For me, Esmeralda Garden Marching Band is an instant classic. Rebirth intro opens the album, and when I listened to this song for the first time, I knew this was going to be an interesting album. When it comes to pop ballads, I love this type of big songs with big vocals and a choir and a lot of instruments and very heartfelt lyrics. Although it's just the intro, I do believe this is one of the best songs of the album. In my opinion, it belongs to Bora Heaven.
I can tell off the first listen to that.
This track is mostly an instrumental because it serves as an interlude for the next song, but it's still fun. I'm not sure if I would play it on my own, not counting the times when I just want to listen to Jimin say "ladies and gentlemen" in a different voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's show.
So I guess I would listen to this track in a specific playlist. In this case, it would be when I'm listening to the album. This may be a controversial take, so I'm sorry. This song, in my opinion, is perfect for Jimin. I love this type of medium tempo R&B from him. I think his voice fits perfectly in this style, and sometimes the uniqueness of his voice is what elevates what can be a simple track. This plus the saxophone in the end is just beautiful. With that said, I'm not sure if I love the song as a duet. Both artists have beautiful voices. I'm just not sure if their voices work well together. I like whispery vocals, but I'm just not feeling it in this song. Overall, I like the song and I wouldn't skip it, but I don't think it was an instant classic. Be Mine has Latin pop and Afrobeat influences, so it's over for everyone. This is an instant classic. I can even see this song as a promoted single, and I can even picture a performance and choreography like Filter. Be Mine is seductive and strong and dynamic. Like Filter, it never stops. It's impacting and it keeps repeating in your head.
It's gotta be heaven.
Belongs to Bora Heaven. There's nothing else to say, but I guess I will. Who is Pop perfection. Pop nowadays tries to be different, complicated, and innovative, and I also love that. But the classic type of pop songs from the 90s and early 2000s were iconic for a reason. Sometimes a solid track with strong, clear vocals and a message about looking for love is what resonates with a lot of people. And I love that Jimin was able to do this style without doing the classic sample of an old song. Who feels nostalgic but also new and modern. After the first listen, Who became one of my favorite songs of the year. Now let's talk about the remixes. Shibuya Kei is a Japanese music genre and aesthetic that became popular in the 90s, and I have to say, Who fits perfectly in this genre. It has some kind of house influence, so I think this remix would go perfectly on a house playlist. The funky remix of Who is not unlistenable, but it is kind of boring. When I read the word funky in the title, I expected a stronger funk sound, or at least a louder bass. But unfortunately, that did not happen. The last few seconds were interesting and I was expecting more of that. So unfortunately, I would skip this remix. I didn't know what Beautiful Mind meant, but apparently it has something to do with the producer of the song. It's kind of his producer tag and his label apparently, so that's interesting to know. With that said, I would skip this remix. Who is fun, and this remix replaces the fun instrumental with a sound that makes no sense. I feel like there's no direction or vision for this remix, so I wouldn't even be able to include it in a genre focus playlist. So much more. If you've noticed by now, I'm an acoustic hater, but I don't hate this acoustic remix. I love that Jimin clearly re-recorded the song in this style, and they didn't just replace the instrumental. I believe this acoustic remix is great, and I will listen to it in a genre focus playlist. You don't have to tell me, I know I'm biased. I believe the rock remix of Who deserves more hype, for the sole reason that my favorite music genre is rock. I do believe this song works well as a rock song, and I wish Jimin does a song like this for real one day. For now, I will continue listening to this remix. Playlist or no playlist, I will listen to it. Getting caught up in the moment, lovers coming down. There are times when I think the Korean version of a BTS song is better than the English version, and there are times when I think the English version is better than the Korean version. But honestly, I don't see that much of a difference between the English and Korean versions of Be Mine. They are just as good as the other. So I'm putting Be Mine English version right next to the Korean version in the instant classic tier.
Shit is a toxic kitchen mosh pit, you and people be false. It was just boss, it pour the sauces on the face of the beat boss.
What can I say about Megan Thee Stallion's collaboration with RM that every other ARMY hasn't said already? Never Play was such an anticipated song. Megan's verse was great and we got to see a side of RM that we haven't seen in a while. The song is all about confidence. So of course, RM being confident and saying the truth in his lyrics created reactions in a lot of people.
You know that we never play, yeah we gon' forever slay. Me and Megan on the way for Asian men be paid away.
And of course, a highlight of the overall song is the chemistry between Megan and RM. Never Play is an instant classic.
You know, I know the ARMY loves Megan because she works with BTS, but I know I do this every single video and every time this song comes up. I think the song is cool. I love RM version of that. I'm just not a Megan Thee Stallion fan. And I'm from Texas. I'm from Port Arthur. I'm from 45 minutes from Houston. It's just, man, her flow is just the exact same on every track. That's the one thing I like about Lotto, and that's the one thing I like about Nicki, and that's another thing I like about all of the female rappers, from Missy Elliott to Lil' Kim. I feel like they all switch their flows up at some point. I feel like her flows the exact same speed, exact same cadence every time she raps. But the song was cool. I like it. I like Never Play, but I just instant classic. I don't know about that. Only because of her. If you replace her, then yeah. But again, I don't hate Megan. I just want something different sometimes. Maybe because I listen to her so much and I know who she is. It's just like I would just appreciate a different switch of flow. But they did have great chemistry in the song. It did sound like they've been rapping together for years. I'll put it in a very good category. I couldn't call it a classic unless you replaced her. But I get it. Y'all love Megan.
Jin made Super Tuna as a joke, but he is Jin and he created a masterpiece without even intending to. Super Tuna is fun, catchy, and it makes me happy every single time. Since the song came out, I haven't skipped it once, and it always makes me want to dance the silly choreography. Super Tuna will go down in the BTS history books, and for that, it's an instant classic. We are now entering Jin's happy era. The pre-release single I'll Be There is the song that represents the title of the album the best. I'll Be There is uplifting, fun, joyful, and it makes me want to jump and dance. I love this pop rock genre for Jin. His vocals shine the most with a live band, and I just love the way I can picture Jin performing while jumping around in a concert every time I listen to this song. For me, I'll Be There is an instant classic.
Once more, I'll take you there. We'll be
Running Wild feels kind of similar to I'll Be There, but more sentimental. It's also more Brit rock than pop, so it's closer to my personal preference. But what I really love about this song is how warm it feels. The lyrics are not just sweet, they make me kind of reflect.
There's a way that we can fly again.
As someone who prefers order over being spontaneous, Jin telling me that it's okay to miss the last train home does make me worry less. Running Wild is a personal instant classic. Another level is the type of song I wanted to hear from Jin for years. I knew he would shine in big, sentimental rock songs. His ability to portray strong emotions and his crazy vocals on top of a beautiful electric guitar is what I've been waiting for all this time.
I like this.
After the first listen, I love this song, and it's my favorite of the album. Jin is a rock star, and this song belongs to Bora Heaven. I will not accept any other opinion.
Oh, bro, crazy.
Just like another
Tell you, I
level,
don't
it took
care, I'm
one
biased,
lesson for
whatever.
me to love volume. This is one of my favorite music genres, and this type of vocals are my favorite from Jin. I love how small the song starts with just some whistles, and then we can hear the drums, and then the guitar and bass getting louder and louder. I do love Jin's ballads, but ballads are not the only way to showcase his strong and high vocals. This song is proof of that. Falling belongs to Bora Heaven.
She got double the Bora Heaven
I
against
heard
the
the
classics.
acoustic
That's
guitar
all
at
the
the
other
beginning
ones.
and I was a little doubtful, but then the song changed and it became more fast-paced. And then the pre-chorus came and it was very catchy.
I'll tell you this, a lot of these songs, I don't know who these featured artists are. Like, I've never heard of a lot of these featured artists. Like, most of the featured artists I've seen outside Megan and that song with Jimin, with all of them people on there, I don't know who all of these people are. I gotta look into them. Who is Wendy? I wanna know who Wendy is. I wanna know who that little Sims is. I gotta do some research.
I believe this song works great as a duet, and when Jin and Wendy's voices overlap, it's just perfection. And when I thought it couldn't get better, they sing together and it sounds amazing. Heart on the Window is to me an instant classic. I Will Come to You is the emotional ballad of the album, and knowing the circumstances of Jin making this album after finishing his military service, I Will Come to You is extremely touching. I'm not the biggest fan of a minimalist piano instrumental, but when done like this, how can I not love it? I understand why the other more dynamic songs of the album have more streams and they are talked about more, but still, I do believe this song is underrated. Now let's talk about the remixes of the album. This extended version of Running Wild adds a full minute to the original song. And honestly, I don't know why they didn't just release this version as a promoted title track. The added transition before the final chorus makes the song a little more exciting. This version does give the song more of a live concert vibe. So I would consider this extended version an instant classic, just like the original one. I've ranked BTS's discography for the past 3 years now, and something that I always do is rank the band and rock versions of songs high in my tier lists. This is because I love listening to real instruments. However, Jin's entire album has real instruments, and we can listen to them loud and clear. So all this band version does is turning up the volume of the instruments a little higher than they already were. I do like the little guitar section before the last chorus. But that's it. For the first time, I will rank a band version in OK. I would include this remix in a genre-focused playlist. I don't know about this one. I've talked about my personal connection to this song because of its freeing sentiment. But this ballad remix is kind of sad, and I don't want to be running wild anymore. I'm sorry, but this is a skip for me. I'll take you there. I don't know what it is, but this works. Maybe it's because I listened to this version during the holidays, but it makes sense. This feels like a holiday song, especially made for the holidays. Maybe it's because of the time and situation, but I do feel like this holiday remix is underrated. I don't hate this Afro-pop remix of Running Wild. I don't know why, but it does kind of make sense once you listen to it. So I wouldn't skip this version in a genre-focused playlist. I don't know why I thought this UK garage remix could have worked better, but it's not bad. It was a little simple and I thought there was going to be more, but it's okay for a genre-focused playlist. The last alternative version released by Jin is the Japanese version of Falling featuring Taka. I do feel like this version is different from the Korean version by only Jin, but it's just as exciting. Falling is great as both a solo song and as a duet. Jin singing in Japanese is beautiful, Taka's verses complement the song, and both of their voices together create the perfect duet. Falling featuring Taka belongs next to Falling in the Bora Heaven tier.
Safe from the storms apart.
Winter Ahead is my favorite V song of the year and one of my favorite songs from his entire discography. I never thought I would enjoy listening to this type of music this much, but this song really became an everyday listen for me. V's warm voice sounds perfect next to the jazzy instruments, and this song was beautiful as a duet with Park Hyo-shin. I love that they don't do the typical main artist section, feature artist section, then both together. Instead, they go back and forth with their verses, so when they join their voices together, it's a lot more exciting. Winter Ahead goes to Bora Heaven. Winter Ahead already feels kind of like a Christmas song because it has this warm feeling common in Christmas songs. But this silent carol version makes it more obvious with subtle changes in the instrumental. I feel like people overlook this version a little because the original can already fit in a Christmas/winter playlist. So in my opinion, this song is underrated. This version is not just okay, this is great. And I think it deserved more hype.
Be merry and bright.
White Christmas is a song from 1942, so there is a little difference in the recordings, but it's still magical since this was a project years in the making, and V is a big fan of Bing Crosby. I won't lie, this song had to grow on me a little because it's such an old song that honestly I wasn't familiar with, but the more I listened to it, the more I loved it. Although this was not an instant classic for me, I will make an exception because I now truly love this song.
Paradise.
In this alternative version of Winter Ahead, the Korean jazz ensemble Yoon Trio created a new arrangement to the song. There is a stronger presence of a piano, for example. Overall, this is a beautiful new instrumental, but I don't know if I would listen to this version over the original. I think this version is okay for a genre-focused playlist, if for some reason you want to listen to an alternative jazz instrumental. So this is the final tier list. These are the 57 songs released by BTS members in 2024, ranked only by me, based only on my personal opinion. Now let's see the results of your picks for the best songs released in 2024 by each BTS member from a live stream I had some days ago. We're going to do votings for each of these sections until we get to just one. Members that are going to be missing are Jungkook and Suga, because Suga didn't release any songs in 2024 and Jungkook did, but there's only one. So I put 2 of his FESTA songs.
Thought you were the light that led me to you.
It's now 88%, 12%. So next is Suga. Suga did not release a single song in 2024. So I just chose 2 of his most popular songs and you can choose. I'm going to close the votes. And the result is the Trita.
I vote for Hegel.
I also voted for Heg. I love the Trita.
Yeah.
So I totally understand and I respect that. Let's go with RM's section first.
The hour. I don't wanna know about the hour. Take my hand. If it's right, if it's wrong, then I'll tell you. Only time will sort it out.
I forgot to mention, but I try to have the sections with songs that are kind of a similar vibe.
I need you to shut up for a second because I'm thinking the most difficult decision of my life.
I know, guys, it's cruel, but this is fun to me, you know?
No!
Okay, so the winner is Come Back to Me with 42%.
And that's okay.
Okay, the next section.
I'm curious to see how this vote came out.
It would have been better if I didn't know you. When the credits roll, you ain't tight.
So those are the songs that are intros, interludes, outros. Which one is your favorite?
No! You're so good in your selection of torture.
Thank you. This is harder.
She's a major! Come on!
Okay, so credit roll gets further in the competition. Okay, so let's do now the hip-hop songs, the rap songs.
No!
Yes.
No!
That we never play, yeah, we gon' forever slay. And Megan on the way for Asian men be paid away.
Get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk. Yo, say sound like fuck it.
I be sucking through a kind of bullshit. DJ Johnson, not choosing.
No, I mean, we're ending the live stream. We're ending the live stream. You cannot listen to me.
Okay, so the winner was Growing.
Understandable.
Now the last section.
Get lost. Take for the long ride.
I'm just a pack of a cigarette. I'ma burn down the love and the hate. Yeah, pro rider. Rider. Once puny, we gotta always on the fucking cop.
I predicted this result and I knew it.
Yeah, I think I know it too.
Nats goes to the next round.
That was easy.
So now we choose between Come Back to Me
No!
and Growing.
I forgot the hour. I don't wanna know about the hour.
Get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk, get your ass out of trunk. Yo, say sound like fuck it.
It's 50%. Oh my god. You cannot go 50-50. Okay, 51%.
to 49.
Everyone who's saying let's go 50-50 is bien. I'm kidding. It's over, guys.
No!
I ended it. Come Back to Me goes to the next round. Next we have Credit Roll versus Nuts.
When the credits roll, do you ain't tight? Yeah, pro rider, rider.
There's a very clear winner here. Nuts is the winner, and I'm closing the poll.
And no, that's it. We're not gonna put.
No,
we're
you
not.
see
we're
the
not
square
gonna.
here. No,
We're not gonna.
there has to be a winner.
No.
There has to be a winner.
I forgot the hour. I don't wanna know about the hour. Yeah, pro rider, rider.
Okay, 54%, 46%.
Suddenly, nobody wants them juice nuts.
And the winner of the RM Song of the Year is Come Back to Me. So it's-
Amazing.
Do a recount? No. Now let's go to Jin. It's difficult, but it's fun because it's difficult. Happy and no skip album.
I was about to say.
Yes,
I was about to read the
literally.
same comment.
No skips at
No
all.
skip. Like it's amazing.
The social distance performance was funny. Yes. So I'm just going to end the poll, and the winner is Heart on the Window.
There's a way that we can fly again. I will keep on fighting. 끝도 없이
I'm under your bed tonight. Excuse me. Okay, it's over, guys. And the winner is Another Level. Let's go to the next one.
이어지고 있어. I wanna make you mine forever.
So, Korean or Japanese version? Oh my god, guys. You have to choose one. This is called Resistance. You cannot do 50-50. We cannot do 50-50. We have to choose one.
No, you need to end it.
This is democracy. Guys, how can I...
The rebellion.
Do I do like half and half of the
If you
picture?
do it for now, you're gonna do it for all of the songs.
Everyone is rioting in the comments. There is a winner that I'm seeing right now. The winner is the Korean version, guys.
Someone said, I can't believe it's falling over falling.
So let's
So
go
that's
to
it.
the next round.
펄떡 뛰는 가슴 내 물고기는 어디 갔나 나를 place 하지 않은 걸 더 특별하게
I feel like it's unfair because we cannot just compare these two songs, but we cannot exclude Super Tuna. That would be also unfair. Oh, the fishes.
They're so cute. Now that's it. We're done. We reviewed all the songs. Next.
No, we have to
No.
go to the next round. I'm ending the poll now, and the
What
winner.
next round?
I'm sorry, every single tuna that is in the comments. The winner is I'll Be There. Justice for Judge.
So was it, I'm a vegetarian, but two, Super Tuna is a master.
I think this is a good idea. Don't get me wrong. This is mostly like I can tell women in the live stream, but this is a good idea. Having a poll and letting all your subscribers and people visit the live stream vote on what they think is the best song of the year, because it's not like it's your opinion. It's just you letting the majority of people decide. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. I might do something like that one day. This is pretty cool.
Masterpiece.
Okay, so now it's Heart on the Window versus Falling. There's a clear winner, so I'm just going to call it. Heart on the Window goes to the next round. Next, we have Another Level versus
No.
I'll Be There. Okay, so there's a clear winner, so I'm just going to end the poll. And the one who goes to the next round is Another Level. Honestly, I knew it was going to happen. Okay, the last two songs are Heart on the Window and Another Level. The winner,
No, I refuse. You guys get it together.
Heart on the Window?
Heart on the Window.
Yeah.
I don't understand why everyone is disagreeing on the comments when literally it was you that voted, guys.
Recount? What do you mean?
I want to see the ones who voted.
Everyone is saying recount. Where is the people who voted for Heart on the Window?
Come to the front.
Come to the front and celebrate.
This is Grammy behavior. I'm here, me. I voted
Grammy
here,
behavior.
yes.
There's a
This is
lot
funny,
of people.
So it's not rigged.
This is funny.
That is it. So let's go to the next JHope. Let's start with some songs that we are already familiar with, but that JHope released remixes or alternative versions.
오늘만 좋아하면 think better for us 짙은 게 we practice my illusion. But the truth is I can see those visions in my sky.
The gap keeps getting bigger, so I'm just going to
On the
end the
Street?
poll because there's a clear winner, and that is On the Street solo version. Next round.
다시 나를 위한 time 내 신경을 모두 세워 그때 나처럼 blind 현실감은 그저 없고 열려히 당당하게 묻히고 back on.
Okay, so there's a clear winner here, and the winner is I Wonder. So let's go to the next round.
I like this song.
There's a clear winner here,
Rock a
so
lot?
I'm just going
Yeah,
to
that's tough.
end the poll. So this next round is going to be 3 songs.
온 세상의 거리 너와의 거리 향기 거리 덤이 가득한 거리 주는 우리 거리 Right now it's all we got.
That's tough. I like it. I like both.
All the
They'll probably go with
emojis.
I Wonder because
There
it's
is
him.
a winner here, and that is I Wonder. Honestly,
You know how I knew it was gonna be I Wonder? I knew it was gonna be I Wonder because I see that, man. See, y'all don't really like when they feature people, man. I'm starting to see that. Let me go back and listen to that again. Let me make sure. I'm starting to see a pattern.
거리 너와의 거리 향기 거리 덤이 가득한
I
거리
swear I
주는
just said that in my head.
Right now it's all we got.
Yeah. All right. Y'all don't like features.
all the emojis. There is a winner here,
I Wonder.
and that is I.
It's crazy that I knew that just off. I'm like, they don't like features. I see that. I see like you guys want BTS to just be solo by themselves or just work with each other. Cause I knew like right when I saw this part, I didn't even have to listen to all 3 fully. I just looked and said that song got Jungkook. They're gonna put them number 1. And if that was a solo, and let's say this song was featuring another artist outside BTS, I feel like y'all would have went with JHope On the Street solo version. It's just crazy y'all don't like features, which is crazy. I'm not gonna say I don't like features, but you would prefer just to hear them by themselves, which I don't get, because I think both of those, honestly, I like both of them. And just off hearing the clips, because I'm gonna have to go listen to this I Wonder and this Lock on Lock, because them songs are crazy.
Wonder. Honestly, these 3 picks, like On the Street solo version, I Wonder, and Lock on Lock, those are like my favorites.
Yeah.
Okay, so which one is the Jimin song of the year?
Oh my goodness, it's so close.
You cannot do 50-50. And the winner is a Slow Dance.
I love slow dance, but
No, honestly, I'm a little bit offended by all of you.
I know, me too. I'm
Listen,
so offended.
when Rebirth is probably my favorite song next to this other song that I'm not going to mention yet. So let's go to the next section. Be Mine Korean version or Be Mine English version? The winner is very, very obvious. It's the Korean version, so I'm ending the poll, and the song that goes next is Be Mine. Okay, so we all love Who.
Who is one of the best songs released in the year in the music industry?
Esmeralda Garden Marching Band is
There's a
just,
queen.
it's just such a good song as well.
No,
Listen
yeah,
to it.
it's great. It's just that you put them together.
It's because it's the singles, so I had to put them against each other. Like it's
Okay, I understand.
Okay, so now Interlude, Showtime versus Angel Anniversary Edition.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's show.
People like me break.
There's a clear winner, and honestly, I totally get it. It's very, very obvious, so Interlude Showtime goes to the next round. So now we choose between a slow dance and Who.
Every time in these moments when we burn.
Come on now. Who's gonna win this easily? All of these
Very,
songs.
very obvious who goes to the next round. And next is Be Mine versus
You know
Interlude
Be Mine is
Showtime.
gonna breeze through this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's show.
Very, very easy. Okay, so Be Mine is definitely the winner. Now it's time. Who versus Be Mine?
Who?
There's a clear
Winner.
yeah, and the winner is Who. Finally, we have Taehyung. First section is Friends versus Wherever You Are, which was released in 2023, but that was the regular version. This is a remix with an artist called Nature. Okay, so the winner is obviously Friends. So let's put Friends here. And next we have the winter songs, Winter Ahead versus White Christmas.
From the storms of pride of a white Christmas.
Someone said I'm a Grinch. I don't like Christmas music. I personally love Christmas and I love Christmas music. Yeah, so there's a clear winner. And what I was going to say is that although I love Christmas music and I love
Me too.
White Christmas,
Me too.
I still prefer Winter Ahead. Okay, so let's go to the final voting.
No.
It's Friends
Oh my God.
versus Winter Ahead.
I'm a Winterhead girly. I'm sorry, you guys, because I love jazz music. I just can't.
So the winner is Friends, and as I close the poll, I'm going to give you my opinion. I didn't like jazz, and now I like jazz because I listened to Winter Ahead. That's the impact. Okay, so RM's song is Come Back to Me. Jin's song is Heart on the Window. JHope's song is I Wonder. Jimin's song is Who, and V's song is Friends. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to leave your 5 favorite 2024 BTS songs in the comments.
Oh, final thoughts, man. I think that was a really good idea what she did, letting the fans vote on a poll like that. I think it was really interesting. I also think that when you let the fans do that, you engage them more, you keep coming back. I might do a poll like that one day and let guys and women and everyone vote on a poll and then just start doing that. Because I already kind of do that. I take most of my stuff from the comments, the highest ranked comments and stuff like that. But it's interesting because a lot of those songs I never heard. My final thoughts on all of that is BTS releases a lot of music. They release a lot of different versions of music. They release a lot of instrumental remixes and a lot of different stuff. And they're always giving new artists a look, people I've never really heard of, opening them up to their fan base. You know, I think, first off, I'm shocked that they released 54 songs in 2024. That's crazy. 54, 57? Oh, man, it was crazy. Like, I didn't even know they had that much music out. I thought all the music stopped. I knew Who and a couple of other things, but man, Who, that's a lot of music. I agree with some of the lists. I think anytime you have Bora Heaven and Instant Classic, I don't think you can have more of those than the other three, because I think it kind of diminishes the poll a little bit, only because I feel like if I'm ranking like a top 50 songs and I got Classic and Heaven Classic, if I got 50 songs, I feel like it should only be about 3 to 5 at the top and maybe 7 to 10 at the mid, and then all the rest of them should have the most. Because if you just put them all up there, then it's kind of like, I think people are gonna be like, are you biased? But she said she always biased, so it is what it is. Hey, I think it was a good video. I think it was informative. It made me open to a lot of songs that I didn't know were out, and I might go check them out. So you guys tell me in the comments, what do you think about every 2024 BTS song ranked by Boracity and you, the fans? Do you agree with those lists? Do you agree with those voting polls? Do you think that a lot of those were instant classics and Bora Heaven classics? Do you think that you would have changed it up a little bit? If so, let me know. And should I open a poll? Should I do a poll and just react to different things that people want me to react to? You guys let me know all in the comments. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the love. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to. And goodbye. Always with love. Peace.